we're going to get started on our cranberry sauce. And what I have is good old fresh premium ocean spray cranberries. And cranberry, of course, it says it's a superfruit, and that it is, because cranberries are good for quite a few things, including, bladder issues. So if you've got bladder issues, cranberries are very good for that. Unfortunately, the cranberry juices that we usually drink are they're not pure juice, because the pure juice of the cranberry is not sweet. So they usually have to add something to it, and it's usually called cocktail and all of that. But what we're using is fresh cranberries for our Thanksgiving cranberry sauce. So I'm going to pour the first bag of cranberries into a stainless steel pot. I always recommend that you use the best material you can find for utensils in cooking your food. There are some materials out there that they don't recommend that you use for cooking. One of those is aluminum. But stainless steel is good. Cast iron is a good cooking utensil, a good material for cooking utensils. So I'm starting out with a nice, good stainless steel pot that is ready to go, and I'm going to pour a second bag of cranberries in the pot. And then I'm going to add pineapple. I'm going to add a couple of cans of pineapple. And don't drain the juice. You want to keep the juice from the pineapple. Now this particular, these cans of pineapple, crushed pineapple, seem to be pretty juicy, so I'm not going to add any water to it at this point unless I need some in the future. And then, of course, they recommend that you sweeten it to taste. Well, if you're going to use a sweetener, use a healthy sweetener. This is the sweetener. This is the sugar from the natural sugar cane. All they do is they drain the water out of it, and you end up with the crystals that are left after the water is drained. It's a lot different than white sugar. White sugar is processed and really reprocessed to the extent where it almost becomes a chemical. And it is not as good for you as the natural. And if you come from the Caribbean, or if you come from the South like I did, during the fall of the year, we spend time and late summer just chewing on good old sugar cane. And that's in essence what this is. This is the remainder after you take the juice out of the sugar cane. All right, so I've stirred this up and mixed it up a little bit. And what I'm going to do is add 1 cup of this sugar to my mixture. And then I will put this on the stove on a medium heat and let it come to a boil. And when it starts to boil and begin to change in appearance, I'll come back and let you see what it is. Homemade cranberry sauce. Healthy and good for you. And I've added my favorite nut, pecans, to it. And I just love pecans in it. And I added the pecans at the end because I didn't want them cooking on the stove and getting soggy. But Now I've stored it in a nice glass container, and we're gonna put a top on over it, and it'll store in the refrigerator until Thanksgiving. And you'll have good homemade cranberry sauce that is delicious, and folk will be coming back for more, and it won't have all of those extra additives and things that we can't pronounce that have proven to be very bad for our bodies.